Hello. So I've got something new to show you, kind of. Not new, kind of new. But hi, hello and welcome. I am Emma from Emma's Happy Place Arts and Crafts. I do have a Facebook group which is Emma's Happy Place Arts and Crafts, and a website which is emmashappyplace.co.uk, and you can go and look at it anytime you like. So this is a new colour and create kit. It is the Create Collage kit now into a colour create kit. So I'm just going to do the technology thing, and then I will be right with you. And happy Sunday. I hope you're well. Oh, I am live on Facebook as well, and also YouTube. So if I'm talking to somebody and you can't see who it is, then that's probably why they're somewhere else. So we're just colouring tonight. I'm going to show you this kit, and then we're going to colour. The top questions I ever get asked is, how do you colour? Hi, Lisa. How do you colour the way that you colour? What do you use, blah blah blah. So I'm going to go through it tonight again. I will show you this kit. I have already started colouring. You get 28 sheets in total, and I have added in, no problem at all, Jane, I have added in some extra, like a couple of extra things. I did change the leaves as well, so that they're more bushier, so they're easier to cut out in the colour create kit. You get 2 of most sheets and 3 of the faces. I left a space around the faces as well, so that you could die cut them out if you wanted to. They are really simple to cut out, but again, I just thought ahead. Hi Ronald, hi Tracy, hi Sarah. So this is the colour create kit. There's 28 sheets in total. This is the extra flower that I've added in. You can colour it exactly like the flowers that were drew for the Colour Your World. And also the girls added in a smaller one as well, like different sizes of them, so that you could add whatever you wanted to them. And this little thing here, you can have it or not. I just thought it was really cute. I, it's in the Create Collage as well. Then you've got the art pebbles and the hearts and more flowers. So this, like I say, I got asked about it, so I turned it into colour create kit as well. So it's the colouring create kit from the Create Collage kit with a couple of extra bits in. So what I've started with, what some of these so far, is I've watercoloured some already. We will go through it, but I wanted them dry. So that there is just watercolour, and you really don't have to do anything else but watercolour with them. This is markers, alcohol markers. You can use Sharpie, and that's alcohol markers as well. But like I say, I have done some, but we are going to go through it. I'm going to go back to this one, I think, because I think it's so, I like this flower. What I'm using is watercolour gouache. It's exactly the same as watercolour. You can just use exactly the same as watercolour. We'll do some markers, and then we'll go in with the pencil, and I'll just show you exactly how I do it. It's the same with everything. Pretty much everything I colour, I use a water brush in the back of my hand or my top usually, or a tissue. Hi Maureen, hi Dominique, hi Val, has everybody had a nice weekend? So like I say, I'm going to turn this one around, turn your paper as well as much as you can, and of course I'm going to have to go in with pink. So I'm wetting the watercolour. You can use this with pans, you can use it with whatever you want, and then I'm going to clean it off. And all I'm going to do is the very, very tip of the water brush. This can be done with a water, like a normal paintbrush as well, but I like the water brushes just because it's a continuous stream. And then literally all I'm going to do is I dip the very tip back in, and I start where it's going to be darker, and I pull it up, and I let the brush pull the colour up. And that's all I do when I'm watercolouring. It's exactly what I did with the heart. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes if I want it really dark, I'll colour in block colour. But 99% of the time, this is how I do it. And then clean it off so it doesn't get too much on. And again, so it's, the colour's on the very, very tip, but all of this is water. So you're letting it pull up the... you're letting the water pull up the watercolour. And then in here, I would just fill that in. And then do exactly the same And all I'm doing is adding more colour where it would be darker, and then I'm letting the water pull up the colour. So literally all I'm using is the very, very tip of the brush. And then I'm pulling it out. And again, I would do the same. So it doesn't matter what colour you're doing, anything like that. This is what I do with watercolours 99% of the time. And again, starting to pull up. If there's too much colour on, just wipe your brush off. I mean, watercolours last so long. Saying that, it doesn't matter how long they last, I still collect watercolours. I love them. And again, just going in and letting it pull up. And I'm wiping the brush off every single time. Oh, Donna, isn't that typical? But I bet your car still looks nice. And then if you want to add more colour into it, I go in, I just add more colour on the very tip, and I go in and I do the same. And it'll darken the very bottom off. And with it still being wet, it's going to pull the colour up more. So you don't necessarily have to go at the very top. Like, you don't have to pull the brush up. That's just exactly how it is. So up here would be darker, so I'm going to add a little bit more there. And again, just letting it pull out with the colour. Oh, again, just go in. That's all I'm doing. Now, granted, this is probably not the most exciting of lives, but like I say, it's the most asked question I get. And I thought, well, the best way to show it is on one of the Colour Create kits, which I predominantly use, but there is that. And once that's dry, it'll look absolutely lovely. Hi, Krista. And again, if you want to drop another colour in it, so I'll go in with the pink. I'll just do the top of this flower. So I'm going to do the pink, and I'll probably pull it up a little bit further. And I'll do a couple of petals, so that's still wet. But then, see, I want to drop. So clean it off all the time. I'm constantly cleaning it off the brush. I go in with the yellow, and then drop it in just like that, and it will blend together with the water. Just leave that and it will blend. And you can see that's how I get like the duo colours that I often do. I'm pleased you do. Like I say, I don't. And again, in with the pink, clean the brush off, in with some yellow around the top. And then again, I'm constantly cleaning the brush, so I'm constantly wiping the brush. And again, wipe. I am using my top because, yeah, that's just what I do. I should probably have a tissue, but it's either the back of my hand. I've always got colourful hands, or I wear literally a painty top. And again, in with the yellow and the pink. And there's still some yellow on the brush there, so that's absolutely fine. I'll probably just darken because this is the back petal. I'll probably go in with the pink and darken around here as well a little bit. Just like that. And that's exactly how I get the duo colour that I do. And again, you've got to think about the colours. If you added orange and then you wanted to put purple in, and I'll grab a purple, you're going to get a brownie colour. Like, so you've got to sort of, if you've got a colour chart and you look at it, you'll see exactly what colours work and what don't. Pretty much if you add purple to most things, you might get a brownie colour. I mean, it's not an awful brownie colour, but it just helps. Oh, well, that's good. I hope I'm relaxing. So I'm just going to pop this to one side and let it dry off a little bit, because we are going to come back to them. And I'm going to grab, let's see, I want one. Oh, we'll do the daisy. I love the daisies. I love the daisies. we'll grab a daisy, and this time with alcohol markers. Now the alcohol markers, again, you could just use Sharpies. If you've got two different colours of the same colour, so like a dark and a light, you can do this exactly. You don't need to have £1,000,000 worth of alcohol markers. You can get them super, super cheap. So let's think. What colour? Shout out some colours. What would you like to see? So watching Emma is... I went, God, therapy. So shout out some colours and I'll do... Should we do a blue daisy? Should we? So pastel blue, ice blue and marine blue. 3 very different blues. Again, there will be artists everywhere screaming at us. This is just what I do. So I've got 3 different colour blues there, light, medium and a dark. Crafter's Companion do the pens where you have got your light, medium, dark in. I do have those, but they're in the Room of Doom and I wasn't fighting to get in there. So basically with the daisy, what I do is I'll do this one here. Actually, I will use the thicker end. And all I'm going to do is lay a colour down. Again, if you want to stay inside the lines, absolutely you do that. I'm not so bothered about staying inside the lines because I do cut all of these kits out. But if you just get a kit and you just want a colour, then stay inside the lines, do them pretty, turn them into a book when you finish, keep them in a file. There's so many benefits to colouring now that it's just relaxing. I mean, I'll colour for days. Then I'm going to take the medium one and all I'm going to do now is take it up to say halfway. And none of these are finished. I mean, the watercolour you could stop, the alcohol markers you could stop, but I always tend to go in with pencil. And again, do each one at the same time as you want. I just go around like this. And then I go back in with the lightest. So I've gone in with the medium, like halfway up the petal. And I'm going over the top of that with the light. And I'm going to take the darkest. It is great for mental health. The darkest one. Can you see? Do you want to come in? I don't know how close I can get you. I'm going to go in. I'm going to try and whisper so I'm not shouting down the camera. I'm not used to whispering. I'm a very loud person. And again, take that one a bit higher. That's a back petal. Oh, this one's a back petal as well, so you can take that a little bit higher. And maybe that go halfway around with the darkest. And I'm going to go back in with the middle colour. No further than halfway up again. And this just blends it in a bit more. And actually, what I would say is have another sheet of paper underneath this one. I don't know if I've got one next to us. What is this? We'll stick that underneath. And that will soak up the paper as you go. And then again, go over with your lightest. And this is where the magic happens. So then again, I'm going to go with the darkest, not as high up as the middle colour, just on the rest of the petals. And then with the middle again, the middle colour. And maybe the dark one up, maybe would have gone a little bit lighter if I'd thought about it a bit more. But again, the craft police won't come and it still looks cool. How about that? Again, no, I think tablets. I keep saying to you, tablets. Just take them. So, oh. And you'll find as well that when you're doing this, that you'll find colours you prefer more. And you learn as you go, you really do. So what have we got here? Orange and yellow, right? So I've got a lemon yellow. Let's see. Light orange and we'll see if these work. So that's your light yellow. That is the light orange. And that is the orange, right? So I want to start off, we'll just do a small one. I'll start off with the light orange, even though that should have been yellow, but it'll be fine. It can be fixed. And then I'm going to go get the yellow and go around the top. And the lightest colour always kind of pushes the darkest colour through a little bit, so you can still see it. And it means we don't have to fight as much with the colour. So there's rules that can just be thrown out the window all the time. And I'm going to take the dark orange, and again, just going in at the very bottom. It's basically just practice and seeing what works for you. And then I'll go on with the middle colour, which is what I put on first. And the paper I use for the Colour Create kits it's a paper that's good for everything. It isn't a watercolour, it isn't a marker colour paper, it isn't a pencil paper. It's kind of an all-round paper. It's, if you do struggle with it a little bit, you can use a clear gesso one. But I don't think many have struggled with it. I don't think. And I might even just pop a little bit around there. So you can see now with the watercolour and the markers how easy it is. But yeah, it's very therapeutic, isn't it? And then I bring in the pencils. And I love Posca pencils. Mine are still safe. I do need to find them. Yeah, I do need to find them. But these here are still a little bit wet. I'm going to grab another one which I watercoloured earlier. So we're going back to a watercoloured image now. I will find a one. These ones here, because these ones don't look like anything fancy at all. They're washed out. I was eating at the same time. So I'm going to change this into something that you would want to use. This is a little bit washed out. It's nothing perfect. No problem, Jane. And I'm going to take this is a Faber-Castell Gold Faber pencil. So I've got, I haven't really got full sets of anything. I pick stuff up as I go. And all I'm going to do is start at the very bottom. And very gently, don't go in too hard because you can't layer over pencil once it's gone shiny. All I'm going to do is pull it in. And this one is very similar to the colour that I used with the watercolour. But we can go over again because I'm not pushing on hard. And I did add an orange to this, and you can see where it's washed it out and it's got a little bit brown. Because I had the purple on my brush first and then I dipped it in the orange by mistake. So you can see, no one else talking about where you kind of get a brown. But that's absolutely fine as well, because with pencil, you can totally change the rules and go in with orange, and it probably won't change to that brown because you're not mixing them together as much as you would with a paint. So there's exceptions to every single rule, which is why I say that throw every rule out the window and find your own way. Learn by them, get the gist of it, and then try and change it. There we go. You can see it kind of come to life a bit more. Still not fantastic though. But this is where I can find a really dark blue or a black or a dark grey or a dark brown. Have I got a dark brown? I think I do. So dark brown colour. And I'm going to just at the very, I don't know how far I can get you to come in. Oh, without nudging the camera. Just in, like around the lines. I'm just gonna very, very lightly, just a little bit. Come in with the brown and you'll see it come to life. I still don't think it looks fantastic because of the colour choice, but it's definitely better than what it was. And I'm just going up the lines, go around the circle a little bit, but again, not pressing too hard. And it's just a tiny bit. And this is kind of when you look into a flower, it always looks really dark where the petals first come out. Okay, you can see how different it is. And I'm going to grab a nice bright pink and I'm going to come in from the top. And this is where I'm going to really bring it to life as well. That's much better. And the more you go over it, still very lightly, the more you go over it, the more colour will pop. And this is not for everybody. Not everybody wants to faff with 3 different art supplies or 2 different art supplies. And not everybody needs to. You can see it popping there. Then again, where's my white gone? I was organised. I had it next to us. Everything. Is this one? I'll have to open it. So this is where I take a white acrylic marker or whatever pen you like to use for your white and make it work. It definitely does give it vibrancy. It's vibrancy. Brings it to life. That is not a white pen. That is clear. That is a cleaning brush for a cleaning pen for, what do you call it? That's white. Oil-based markers. Again, I'm just gonna come in with the white, and this is where you'll see it all pop. And I do the same with the leaves. So I didn't choose a very good one to show there because of the colours I'd already used. But we'll go on with the yellow one as well, and I'll do it again. And just to show that when you use different colours, I'm going to pick a red, like a really orangey red for this one. So the colours on that one weren't awesome to start off with. But just by adding the colours, you can totally change it. This one, I quite like this one with just the yellow. But I'm going to take it's a paprika colour, so orange red. And I'm going to go in and do the same thing, just gently. And again, this is on watercolour. We're going to go back to the markers in a minute. Just pulling it out. So nothing is ever lost, really, when it comes to it. And if you do really, really hate it, just go over with white gesso and start again. You can always outline the work with a black pen, the artwork, so that it shows through the gesso, and then cover it over. And once it's totally dry, start again. And again. And this one, you can see the difference already, just by using 2 colours that work together. And you can get a green and go around the leaves. So again, all I would do is go up, and I'm moving the pencil the same way as the lines are, so I'm pulling it round. And again, I'm not taking it to the very end. I'm just going up the middle and then pulling it out. Just like that. I mean, you can see the difference with the leaves. There. Everything's back to front on the camera. Again, I won't do them all because it will bore you to tears. Again, just going up and around. And then I'm going to grab, this one is like a really dark red maroon. And I'm going to go back in and following up the lines. And just a very little bit from the bottom. I'm going up the lines of the petal. And I'm following the line around in the petal as well, so it moves in the same direction, just the same as I did with the other one. But I'm using colours that work together. And this could be a black, could be a dark grey, it could even be a dark purple, to be honest. because it wouldn't make any difference at this point. You can see that one popping. And again in here as well, between the leaves. Apparently they've removed the flip book. Oh, right, so you cannot have it. Well, I never used to have to touch it, it just did it. It was never... Now I don't know what I'm doing. Everything's back to front. Again, just going in. But like I say, don't just take my word from it. Find your way. Watch other people. And eventually you'll come up with a way that suits you absolutely perfect. I mean, I colour in the kits, like every single kit I do, I colour them in. Sometimes I colour in loads of different ones, different colours. Sometimes I don't, but there's that one. And then again, coming back in with the pen, I would add in the white. Now, I like adding white. It's not for everybody, so you just do what you like. And on here I would just add, maybe it's not on them all, just going the same way as the lines as well really helps because it shows the movement of it. I mean, there's that one, the yellow one, so it's much better than this one, where this one is still, I would still use it. I would maybe even go in with a darker pink as well at the bottom. But coming back to the alcohol markers, and hopefully this watercolour ones will be dry as well. So these are the alcohol marker ones that we did. I did earlier. Obviously, these ones are the ones I did. I did them ones really early, and still coming back in with the pencil. So I'm going to take the pink and go into the blue. Because again, like I say, I didn't really like that blue. I'm going to pull it up. And I'm hoping, yeah, I'm getting a purple. Can you see? I don't know if you can see it or not. Can you see it? I can't see it on the camera. Right, oh, I'm not live on Facebook. I'm live through like a streaming thing, so I can go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time. I can go live on a few different places, but I don't know how to find the... I don't know how to do that one. I'd need more than two. Again, all I'm doing is going in, adding the colour. I could, to be honest, when I was just doing Facebook, I could never work that either. There again, you can see the purple coming through. And then I'm going to go in, again, I'm using this dark red. I'm just going to go around and pull it up. You probably can't see it that well. That blue I chose was very dark, but you can lighten it as well. And I'm going to find that white pencil. Or find a light blue. Bear with, because I don't like how dark that is either. So there's a light blue. So there, that's better. So I can lighten it up and then darken it back down again around the edges. And we'll see that. Yes, we can. So it's much smoother now. Blend it in. So it's like a pencil that is not as light as the top. It's more like the middle colour. But because it's a pencil, I'm covering over that really dark and going into the pink. So there's always a fix. No matter what. There we go. So you can really see that now. Or I can. And then in the top bit, I haven't got a lighter blue. But I'm going to leave it at that actually, because I'm going to grab a orange and just add that there. And then, oh, I've lost my dark coloured pencil. That one's not dark enough. Is that it? No. We'll use the brown again. And then all I'm going to do with this one, because it's already quite dark, I'm just going to go around here just to really darken the middle bit. And then I'm going to go in with more white and bring it to life. So I'll go up the middle and then around. You can even add dots onto the end to lighten something up. Yeah, I'm happy with this one now. I really like this one. I'll give it a wiggle in a second because the paint marker is still wet. And I will put pictures on. I don't know if the lighting here is really bad or what tonight. Does it look all right to use, or does it feel a bit dark? Add a few in the middle. And what I have learned as well is not everything is going to work all the time. Sometimes you sit down and everything just doesn't work, no matter what. And so you can see. Let's see. Maybe if I lift it up a smidge. Maybe it's too close. You see, and bring that one to life. So it is quite dark, but I do quite like it. But going back up to this one, I want to get a red. And I'm going to go in here. So it all works exactly the same. Okay, I'm just going in. I much prefer lifting the pencil and doing wisps like that, because it blends out a bit, so it's darker at the bottom when you first put it down, then it wisps out. I don't do it all the time, as you've just seen. I do it when I remember. It's looking 3D for you. See, for me, it looks very, very dark on here, but not in like real life. So again, just the same with that, and then go in with the darker again. And on the smaller ones, it doesn't matter too much. You can just sort of go around the edge. If you want. Sort of just follow the line up a little bit. You'll not be able to see it as much, but on the bigger ones, it's really nice to do. And you get such a cool effect. And there's that one. So you can see the difference. It's all down to colour choice as well. This one here, though, so that was the markers. These ones here, I know for a fact these ones will be absolutely perfect because I took me time with them. That's a massive thing as well, taking your time. But this time, on this one, with it being pink, I'm going to grab a blue and just do it the other way around a little bit. So from the bottom, I'm going to pulling it round all the same as the petal. Yeah, I like this one. This is a fix for everything, but when you take your time, because really, yes, we're all like the speedy craft sometimes, but sometimes it's just nice to sit and just do it without rushing. I find a lot of the time, everybody wants everything done in a hurry. And not everybody's got the patience to sit and do it, but sometimes just getting lost in it really, really helps. But again, I'm more than happy with that just with the watercolour. This is, like I say, it's not for everybody, this. And it will get on some people's nerves, sitting faffing with the different colours. But it's well worth it when you do. There's that one. I mean, straight away you can see the difference between that flower and that flower. And then, I don't know what I did with that really dark maroon I had. I put it back in here. Bear with, I'm finding it. What colour's that one? Oh, this might be it. But again, I'm going to go back in just on this one to show the difference. I won't keep you for too much longer doing it, I promise. I'm just going to go in along the bottom. Just where the petals kind of meet. So in here, it's going to be really dark, like down the bottom here where the petals meet. And here. But in here will be as well with the behind petals. Right, and see that one, the difference it makes. But again, with the green, you can do exactly the same with the green. So this is the alcohol marker one. And all I've done is I haven't actually blended it. I've just done it in 2 different colours. Yeah, Sarah, I got that. I was just saying I wouldn't know where to start anyway. Now they've changed everything so much. Every 5 minutes. So all I'm doing is I'm going in with this dark brown. Like maroony brown, and I'm just adding it in at the tops and the bottoms of the leaf and around a little bit. And again here and here. And just in all the different places. So like I said, this kit here is the Create Collage kit, but it is a colour Create kit with a couple of extras added in, and I have changed a couple of bits just to make it a little bit easier with the leaves and things. Just following it up. So you can really see how it changes it. And again with this one, you don't have to add in loads of different colours. Just add in the shade. So I haven't gone in and added more colour in. I'm just using a darker red in the pencil. Just going in. So there's many, many things that I do basically is what I'm saying. And this is how I colour. Because it is the top question that I get asked. How do I colour in? How do I colour how I do? What do I use? And this is it. Basically, I use whatever's to hand. Many, many different brands. And I just play. Sometimes it works out lovely. Sometimes it doesn't. And it doesn't really matter as long as I'm having fun. And again with this. Just adding in the highlights. And again, it's up to you how many highlights you want to add. On the leaves, I would just follow the line. And just like that. Basically it. This one I think is my favourite that I've done. Like I say, I did take my time with it. And the pen stopped working. It definitely helps if you take your time. But I hope it helped. And like I say, find your way to do it. Don't necessarily think this is the way it's going to work with everybody. Yeah, there's no one fit for all. But it is good fun. Very good fun. And I will cut these out. And we will make something on Tuesday with it. So in the new kit, there's 28 pages. I'll bring this in. I'll take pictures of what I've done tonight as well. See, I really like that one now. And that'll be lovely between some really bright pinks. This one here, I did start. This was watercolour and I didn't stay in the lines at all. All I was doing was taking different colour greens and adding in. So these ones here have been done with the pencil over the watercolour. And all I would do is taking that dark colour is just going around and just adding in the shadow. Works a treat. Anyway, with that, I will love you and leave you. Like I say, I hope it did help. and I will see you Tuesday at 7 p.m. where we will make something with these. And I'll probably have coloured a million more by then and have them all cut out, because that's just what I do. I colour them all and then I cut them all out and then I put them in a box and then I make stuff. And it just making the stuff and doing the pages or whatever I want to do with them. But don't forget, you can do the fabric transfer and everything with these as well, which I think we will do as well. I have got a wooden block there and I want to do some image transfer onto it. Have a lovely Monday. I hope it's not a horrible Monday. Thank you again. I did send out an email with all the new goodies and stuff on today. I am packing the orders now and they will be leaving tomorrow. Thank you again. Thank you for your support, and it was lovely spending some time with you. Bye for now.